Hi guys, my name is Varnika and welcome to my channel Divine Connections 99. Guys, thank you so much for joining me again today and thank you for your likes and comments. I really appreciate your support. So thank you guys and keep doing it. Now let's move on to our second chapter again for today and we'll see from where we left. And before we start, let's set an intention. So the intention for today will be that I pray to the divine, the God within us, outside, and the universe, that like Sri Krishna is going to give Arjuna the knowledge or the gyan of Karma Yoga. Similarly, we also get the knowledge how to do our karmas properly. So thank you guys for participating in the intention. Now let's move on to the chapter. So where we left yesterday was Sri Krishna was asking Arjuna to be firm-headed and then, think properly when he is taking a decision. And he shouldn't be undecisive. Because if you're undecisive, you can't take a decision properly. The results won't come appropriately. So guys, we'll take the next shloka or verses now. In the next verse, now Sri Krishna is asking Arjun that people who look at the result and then do the karma, it's selfish karma because they are just concerned to deliver the results and they want fame and benefits only. So basically, Sri Krishna is now trying to explain that there are like some there are categories of people who are mainly concerned about talking, sometimes just talking negative, and actually when it comes to producing or giving out the output, they give nothing. So he's saying that there are people like that who are just concerned about their own benefits, own intentions, whether they are getting benefited from that karma, and then only they do it. So that's what Sri Krishna is mentioning here, that those people, they just want fame. They're like they just speak and say that we are doing this and that, and we'll achieve this and that. However, when it comes to achieving, it's like nothing. So this is what Sri Krishna is trying to explain. So and we have certainly seen these kind of people in our lives. So that's why Sri Krishna is covering up all the different categories which we will be encountering. So now after that, Sri Krishna says to Arjuna that, these Vedas, like we have in Indian tradition, we have four Vedas. So he's saying the Vedas, they also cover up only three gunas or the three qualities of human. And then he says you should just keep aside the happiness or sadness and just do your karma, and then that's how you will achieve your karma yoga. So how Sri Krishna is trying to explain here is that the Vedas, which there are actually four main Vedas in Hindu mythology. He says they also cover only three gunas. However, this Gita, this Bhagwat Gita, is a summary of everything. So if you try and understand this Karma Gyan or Karma Yoga, that will also help you to attain a lot of knowledge, which is way beyond these Vedas as well. So he's saying that those Vedas are also limited to some content. However, this knowledge is not limited to anything. If you attain this knowledge, you will understand the concepts of universe, you'll understand the concepts of living, dying, and you will just try and understand why we do certain things, and how we should be doing it basically. So we'll take the next verse now. So he says that if you compare, so he's now going to give an example. So he says that, if you compare that there are big, like, water bodies, and then he says, if you've got the big water bodies, the humans will use that rather than the smaller water bodies which are nearer to them or something. And this is similar to knowing the karma gyan. So who knows this karma gyan, he will find that that's kind of an ocean sort of knowledge, and then as compared to the Vedas. So the way he's explaining is, if we compare, like, oceans with, smaller seas, or yeah, lakes, so he's comparing that, this particular karm gyan, or the karm knowledge, is full of everything. So it's like an ocean of knowledge, and as compared to all the other mythological books like Vedas. So that time Vedas were considered really important, and very sort of learned people could speak in that language, and there were very, like, few sort of people who were able to understand that language of Vedas, because it needed depth of in-depth of the studies. So this is how he's explaining that, if you've understood this karm gyan, it's like an ocean of knowledge, as compared to these Vedas, which will be like, they are important, however they will be like, standing small in that in the comparison of these bigger ocean bodies like karm gyan. So we'll take the next verse now, guys. So in the next verse now, Shri Krishna is going to explain that before that, let me just explain you with an example of that as well. So how I understood the before that shlok, or the verse where, we were talking about the bigger water bodies, was like, if somebody has completed their senior secondary, like they are so intelligent, they've already completed their senior secondary or senior classes, right? And now when you ask them to go back and then redo, or do your primary classes or something, and then that would be like, it's a piece of cake for them, so they can just do it so easily. So this is what Sri Krishna was trying to explain it to Arjuna, that if you've done this or attained this bigger knowledge, this bigger pool of ocean of knowledge, then all the other knowledge of the Vedas and everything else will be smaller for you. Like, that will be a piece of cake. It will be easier for you to attain. All right. So now we'll move on to the next verse. So in the next verse, he says that you have only right to control till you do your karma, but you don't have any control on the result. It doesn't mean you don't do the karma, and you should do your karma and your dharma properly. So the way he's now explaining is that, normally what happens, we just try and take control of everything in our life, because if we see that, we can't control a certain thing, we just become unhappy. We are not satisfied with that particular karma or situation. So we try and control our karma, then we try and control our results, and then results should be according to us. If they don't occur according to us, then we are sad again. So it's like the whole game is around controlling issues, and then we try and control other people as well according to our own desired motivations. And then we say that he or she hasn't done their job properly, or the result hasn't come up properly. So it's like everything, all the efforts are wasted in controlling. So the way Shri Krishna is now explaining is that the only control you have is on your karma, like how you do your karma, that's all. After that, whatever result will happen, it's not, like, it's beyond your control, so you can't even control it. So why do you even want to think about it? So guys, he's beautifully portraying all the human psyche, all the emotions, and the turmoiling, underneath feelings which we have every time. So it's a beautiful, like, description how he's how we are now also living the characters of Sri Krishna and Arjuna in us. So it's like we will try and see all the aspects from all the angles, all these little and big situations in life. So guys, today's session would be shorter today, but I'll try and make like few videos tomorrow because it's a weekend, but I don't promise anything. I'll try and my best to do my karma, but we'll see how it goes. So guys, take care of yourself till then and have a very good day. Thank you and bye.